You think buying your kids everything they want makes you a good parent? Pause. It doesn't. It teaches them to love your wallet more than you. I'm Jack. I'm 93 years old. And 2 years ago, I lay in a hospital bed listening to my three children fight about my lake house in the hallway. I could hear every word. I wasn't even dead yet. Hell, I'm still here. Stay with me. What took me 70 years to figure out, I'm giving you today. When I was a boy, my father came home one night and put coins on the table, 17 cents. That's all he had. My mother stared at those coins. I saw her face turn red, not angry, ashamed. She had to choose milk or bread, not both. I was 8. That night I made a promise. My kids would never feel that shame, never worry about money. I'd give them everything. That promise felt good, felt right, clear as throat. But I was wrong. I worked myself half to death, got my first shop at 29, slept there most nights on a cot in the back, barely saw my wife. But the business grew. I opened another shop, then another. By 45, I had real money, the kind that makes people treat you different. My 3 kids, they got everything. Piano, braces, new cars at 16, college paid in full. I didn't want them working during school. I wanted them focused. I thought I was being a great dad. By 60, I owned 4 shops, had a big house, a cabin by the lake that I paid cash for. My oldest boy, David, ran one of my shops. My daughter, Sarah, worked at a hospital. My youngest, Thomas, couldn't keep a job, but I always helped him out when he needed it. They came over for Sunday dinner. We took trips, and whenever they needed money, I wrote the check. New roof, car payment, medical bills, whatever I could afford it. Sitting there at 65, looking at everything I'd built, I felt proud. I'd done it, solved the problem. My kids would never know what 17 cents on a table feels like, but here's what I missed. Pause. Every time I solved their problems with money, they got weaker. Every check I wrote taught them that fixes everything. They stopped trying to fix things themselves, and worse, they started seeing me as a wallet, not as their father. I didn't see it. I was too busy being that scared 8-year-old boy trying to prove I wasn't poor anymore. My wife saw it first. I was 71. Tuesday morning, Thomas called asking for $12,000, some business thing that didn't work out. I grabbed my checkbook. My wife put her hand on mine, real gentle. She said, "Jack, you're hurting them." I looked at her like she was crazy. "I'm helping our son." She shook her head. "No, you're making yourself feel better. That's different." I wrote the check anyway. We didn't talk for 2 days. 6 months later, Sarah stopped coming to dinner, said she was busy. But my wife told me the truth. Sarah was mad. She'd been counting every dollar I gave Thomas, keeping score. My own daughter thought I loved him more because I gave him more money. Then David started asking about my will. He was 50 years old, running a shop I gave him, and he wanted to know who gets what when I die. That hurt. But I told him we'd figure it out later. Later came sooner than I thought. 2 years ago, I had a stroke, landed in the hospital. The doctors thought I might not make it. I was in bed, half asleep, tubes in my arms, and I heard my kids in the hallway. The door was open a crack. They were arguing. David said the shops should stay in the family, meaning he should get them. Sarah said that wasn't fair. She should get the same value in cash. Thomas said he wanted the lake house. Always loved it. Clear throat. I wasn't dead. I was right there, 10 feet away. My friend Earl, he worked at the post office his whole life. Never had much money. Lives in a tiny apartment now. You know what he told me? His kids call him every Sunday just to talk. They don't want anything. They just call to hear his voice. Then there's Robert, rich guy, big house, 4 kids. He's 87 now. His kids don't talk to each other. They fought over his money so bad they ended up in court. He told me last year, I thought money would bring them together. It ripped them apart. See the difference? It's not about having money or not having it. It's about what you teach your kids to care about. I finally understood something. I wasn't helping my kids. I was helping myself. Every check I wrote made me feel better. Made me feel like I wasn't that poor kid anymore. Made me feel like a good father, but I was teaching my kids the wrong thing. I was teaching them that love equals money, that their inheritance mattered more than our relationship, that they didn't need to work hard because dad would always bail them out. I never taught them to build something themselves, to struggle, to fail and get back up like I did. Pause. I could have learned this at 40. I learned it at 93. That's 50 wasted years. After I heard them fighting in that hallway, I made a choice. I called my lawyer, changed my will. Each kid gets a little bit, enough to know I thought of them. The rest going to charity, kids who grew up poor like me, the hospital, my wife's church. When I told my kids, David didn't talk to me for 4 months, Sarah cried, said I was being mean. Thomas just nodded. I think he got it, but now, when they call, I know it's not about the money. The money's going away. You think you have time to fix your relationship with your kids? Maybe you do, but not as much as you think. Every time you give them money without teaching them to earn it, you take something away. You take away their strength, their pride in building something on their own. If you're not careful, you'll be like me, 93, wondering if your kids love you or just love your money. Don't get me wrong, help your kids, but help them the right way. Give them your time, your wisdom. Let them struggle sometimes. Let them figure things out. Let them feel what it's like to earn something and be proud of it. Because what you leave behind isn't the money, it's what kind of people your kids become. I'm 93 years old. I built a fortune and almost lost my family doing it, but I know this now. The best thing you can give your kids isn't money. It's teaching them they're strong enough to make it without yours. If this hit home, share it with a parent who needs to hear it. Someone who thinks love means buying things. Drop a comment and tell me, what did your parents teach you about money? I read everyone. And hit subscribe, not for me, for you, so you don't end up in a hospital bed listening to your kids fight over your stuff while you're still breathing. But don't be like I was. Be better.